Coach, it's the first time that the boys and the girls soccer team has won 17 games. You're both identical records, 17-3, and then undefeated in District 6-0. It's the first time it's happened in boys and girls soccer history and school history. Can you talk each a little bit about what that means to the programs?
Yeah, before we started the season, we said, let's try to go same records and win district together, right?
Yep. He's got to shave his head.
No. I will cut my hair if we win state.
All the way off, bald.
No. But I'll get a short haircut.
I think we just both really just believe in our programs and believe in what we're doing is in the right direction for both of them. And the success is, I mean, it's due mostly in part to the athletes, but I think there's something to be said about having expectations for where you want your program to be and what you want it to be. And we both have that same aspiration, and we both are there for each other and support each other's programs, and that's, I think, a big thing for it too. Is it's like whenever people are talking about it in the community, they say the soccer program, so they see it as that as well. And I mean, I think that's great for the community to see these are really getting to be well respected programs, and I think that just builds from here on out that we're going to have athletes that, hey, I want to go be a part of that, and it will just continue to stay up that level. So.
Yeah, no, like I said, I spent all weekend out at the City League watching the City League tournament and watched the U15, which was co-ed. So I'm out there watching, and I'm calling in and be like, hey, a lot of good girls coming up that, like giving him names and stuff like that. And so it's exciting because he's been doing it longer than me, but not by a whole lot, you know what I mean? But at the same time, we've both been doing it for a fairly long time, and both have had those seasons where it hasn't really been what you wanted it to be. Mm-hmm. And so it is a good feeling whenever you have a mutual, whenever the boys and the girls succeed.
Sure.
It's pretty unique. It really is unique that the boys and the girls programs get along, coaching staff to the players, just because there's not a lot of programs around.
Sure.
That have as good of a working relationship.
Right.
Whether it comes to, before I came around, it was always the battle of, are you on this field or are you on that field, and some days Tim will be like, you got this? I'm like, sure. You know what I mean? Whether it comes to turf or grass or whatever. Right. And so, I mean, we just work well together.
And then, Coach, can you talk about that as well? About you guys are buddies, you guys are friends, you guys do tennis together. You used to be head coach and assistant head tennis coach.
Now we're assistants.
We're both assistants.
Now you're both assistants. But can you talk about the dynamics of you guys' friendships?
I mean, it's we know each other well enough that we can have days where we get upset with each other about things, but we know each other well enough that it's figured out in that moment and move on. And it's just to have that relationship working with him. It's of course I like him better as a person outside of when I don't have to work with him.
Right.
But I mean, we still we know we have each other's back all
Sure.
the time, and I think that helps out quite a bit. And I think the players can see that and recognize that, and it's just a trickle down amongst our assistant coaches and then amongst our players, and it's just, I mean, it's a really good working relationship.
So you guys have known each other at least 11 years, right? Because you've been here 11
No,
years.
longer than that.
Yeah.
At least
15. At least 15 years, okay.
Actually, maybe more than that, probably. But
well, you've been here 18 years.
I've
This
known
is your
you.
20.
20. You've been
And
head coach 18 years.
18 years.
Okay.
I've known you ever since we were here, but I didn't really get to know him probably until about 15 years ago.
Okay. Let me ask you this, and then I'll wrap up. What's the first time you guys met each other in first impression? When's the first time you saw Coach Coach Ridham? When it was the first time you saw him and you were like,
I didn't really because saw him from more of a distance, really, because he was working with the boys as an assistant coach, and I mean that was really it, and just saw him in passing.
That was kind of the same thing. I knew who he was, and like I said, there's some stories, but we probably can't share them just because we've been through a lot together.
Right.
Over the years, and some of the relationship between the boys and the girls in the past. Whenever I first took over the boys' side, I went to him and had a conversation and said, it's going to become better. You remember that?
Maybe.
I just remember saying, hey, let's work together. Let's not,
Right.
work against each other. And so, not that the two coaches before were like working against each other.
Right.
but it was definitely a little more fractured than it is today. for
Sure. Wow. Well, congratulations, guys, and good luck.
Thank you.